Hello everybody, it's your Proftrof and we're back again with another video. This is a video by Nexpo. This is disturbing things from around the internet. Yeah, let's get creepy, okay? Let's get creepy. Let's get a little bit creepy. Everybody, let's get creepy. God damn it, Expo.
Back in November, I mentioned that I was discontinuing my Unnerving YouTube channels and Unnerving YouTube videos miniseries to a mixed response. I told you guys not to worry, and that's because what you're about to watch is its direct and far improved replacement. Welcome to episode 1 of Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. This is essentially a one-stop shop for creepy finds that I might have stumbled upon recently while browsing online. We'll dive into not only creepy things from YouTube, but from all over the net as well.
And as you all know, your boy is not afraid of anything. Nothing.
Today, we're going to dive into 5 hand-picked and disturbing finds from the internet.
The Hawaii missile scare. Missile scare. The boom boom scare.
The recent Hawaii missile scare is one of the most unsettling real-life occurrences to happen in a long time. Back in my Unnerving YouTube videos series, I included an entry about an emergency alert and how disturbing they sound. This is essentially that, but this time, it was for real.
Oy.
Hawaii's residents went into a state of panic following this broadcast, and there were all sorts of goodbyes being given due to the anticipation of all of their lives possibly being wiped out as time ticks closer and closer to the missile's estimated time of arrival, which was said to be just minutes from when the alert went live. Fortunately, this entire fiasco merely turned out to be a false alarm. The footage that residents took during the situation, however, is entirely disturbing.
Oh no.
Take a look at some of it.
Do I have to? Yeah, we don't fear anything.
To Hawaii. A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are outdoors, seek immediate shelter in a building.
If you're watching this video, that means I didn't make it because of the missile that's coming towards Hawaii. I just parred the last hole and I just hit the shiznik out of my ball. So I love you all, but I'm playing golf. It's the last thing I'm gonna do.
Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough.
A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are outdoors, seek immediate shelter in a building. Remain indoors well away from windows. If you are driving, pull safely to the side of the road and seek shelter in a building or lay on the floor. We will announce when the threat has ended. This is not
Okay, that wasn't that bad, okay? That wasn't that
The
bad.
sheer terror that comes with an emergency alert, coupled with the idea that these residents believed that they only had a few more minutes to live, really puts
Bro,
things
if I
into
had a few
perspective.
more minutes to live, I would not be running that slow. What the
Minutes to live
why they
really
running
puts things
so
into
slow?
perspective here. Hawaii is such an isolated state, and if there ever truly were an event like this that were to happen, these people would have absolutely nowhere to go.
Tornado house.
This YouTube video showed up in my recommended feed a few months back, and I've seen it a couple of times since then. It involves a family's venture as a tornado rips through their house. It opens with the husband filming a tornado a short distance away, and after a few seconds, it's evident that the storm is moving straight towards them. He then proceeds with his wife to the closet under the stairs, and the terror that follows is much, much more real than anything out of a horror movie. Look at this.
Do we have to?
shit.
Yes.
Holy moly. Alright. Holy shit.
Probably get inside.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm coming, honey. Shit, where you at, hon?
I got the boys like look at me like, holy shit. Holy shit. The nail's like 5 meters away from him. We was like, oh, I gotta go. Yeah, no shit, brother. Go!
God damn, it's bad. I see.
Oh, that did not sound like a very secure bunker door.
I see.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
What was that?
Okay, honey. Holy shit. Stay in. Oh, man. Oh. Shit.
Don't go out there.
No, not yet.
Don't.
Oh. Oh my god.
Bro, your house is not a house anymore.
It's freaking destroyed, Josie. Oh my god. Where's Autumn? Oh. I've never seen anything like it. Oh shit.
Is there insurance for stuff like that? Like they're gonna get some help with that, right? Or is it like not really? Not a thing. Right, that was kinda fucked up.
The way that they kept their composure after an event like that is absolutely mind-boggling, and if that were me, I don't think I'd be able to stay that calm. The sounds of the tornado alone are enough to put a horrific image into our minds, and the aftermath of their home is nothing short of grim and depressing. This video isn't anything like a movie. It's genuine and unfiltered, and I can only hope that this family successfully recovered.
True.
No matter what kind of storm it is, this really is something that can happen to any of us, at any time.
I mean, not really in Bulgaria because we don't get tornadoes, but I get what you mean. Hey, some places just don't get that shit, okay? The radio disturbance. Ooh. Ooh.
This is another Facebook post that went live on October 3rd.
Fuck your
A
face.
user by the name of Terry made a post asking people if they heard the eerie radio broadcast that went live on nearly every station in Louisiana. She claimed that she couldn't find anything on the news regarding the matter, and that after reaching out to other individuals who posted videos of the same thing, determined that this was happening all over the US. This is what they heard.
Oh. I heard South Dakota alarm. That's all I heard. Emergency. Alright, we don't get any info on that shit, Expo?
Now, it sounds like
Okay.
a distorted voice naming off states, and hearing it obviously raises alarm. Allegedly, according to radio broadcast stations, this was an emergency alert test that was sent out, and apparently this happens all the time. The stations claim that it's due to a difference in sampling rate from the raw broadcast to the radio station. If they're out of sync, it causes creepy distortion like you just heard. This is, of course, what the radio stations claim. What was actually being broadcasted, however, is to be determined.
So, we don't know shit. It is what it is. Funtime Kids Care. Oh, this does not sound like it'd be cool. This will not be entertaining, but
This was a very interesting thing to follow.
okay.
Back in 2015, a Reddit post was made in the conspiracy subreddit by a user claiming that they lived very close to a supposed daycare that had an extremely strange look to it, and in all 5 years of them living there, have never seen a kid arrive or leave. As expected, this struck interest in Redditors, and people started throwing in suggestions for what it could be. Some claimed that it could be a money laundering center, while others suggested that it could be used for child trafficking. There was also, of course, a group that believed that this was simply a real daycare and that there's nothing more to see. Things got interesting though when one user named Deathship commented this:
That shit.
"I'm going to advise you guys to stop looking into this place." This just drove the interest in the building up even more. After looking into Deathship's background, they came to the consensus that he's potentially just a troll trying to scare people. However, that doesn't discount the other comments left by users claiming the same thing that the original poster did: that they live in the area and have never seen a kid come in or out in years. They also went to the Funtime Kids Care website and described it as being super sketchy and plain, with a bunch of stock images and a phone number. When people decided to call it, they were either sent a voicemail or a lady would answer in a very eerie tone before hanging up on them. One other user claimed that it's indeed a real daycare and that they used to be a mail carrier for that neighborhood. However, one part of their response was a little strange. They said that it is in fact full of kids, but
I'm getting fucking chills, brother. Oh, I cannot see it on camera. It's too low quality. I got the little bumps when you get.
every single time that they deliver mail,
It's always
no
nap
matter the
time.
time of day, it would always be nap time. Pretty strange stuff, but that's not even the end of it. People
True.
took to Google Maps Street View to check out the place, and they determined that the windows to the daycare have been covered up for years and have hardly ever changed. One of the few instances of somebody being outside of the building is one snapshot that a user caught where someone is out in the backyard for some reason or another. This led to even more speculation, prompting people to check out the place in person, which quickly
Ooh.
became a large problem. One Redditor claimed that they traveled to visit the daycare, and at night, when they got a glimpse inside, they saw nothing but a chair aimed at a TV, showing surveillance footage of another room. Of course, many other people visited the daycare, even during,
Oi.
quote, operating hours, to try to get a peek into their windows. This led to another large issue in itself.
No one called the police. Like if I see a chair looking at a TV, looking at surveillance inside of a room, and the building is called daycare, kid care, fun time, I'd probably call the police just in case. You never know. What? Come on, America. You call police for everything. Why not call police for this?
Regarding grown adults trespassing on a private property to peek into a window of a supposed daycare with supposed children. People even began taking photos of the few children that they saw outside the place.
Oh, there's children there.
This inevitably led to an even larger issue, so police began to monitor the place and Redditors were urged to stay away. One person managed to get pictures of the inside, and it seemed pretty ordinary.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that weird.
After doing even more digging on the place, Redditors dug up the owner's name, and it's rumored that the building owner purchased the daycare for his mother to give her something to do with her time. Allegedly, she's been running the daycare for years, even though they have multiple violations on their state record. This is, of course, speculation and determinations from Reddit, so take these with a grain of salt. All in all, the general consensus is that this is indeed a normal daycare. A strange, eerie, and creepy one, but a daycare nonetheless. We just dove into 5 disturbing things from around the internet. I hope you guys enjoyed the concept of this, and if you have anything that you'd like me to look into, no matter what it is, for a future installment, please do let me know. Anyway,
Let's go. Let's do another one. Fuck it. Maybe this one's creepier. Okay. Is this a long intro?
covered a wide array of disturbing things, ranging from Facebook posts to Reddit conspiracies. Today will be no different. It's time to dive into 5 more hand-picked and disturbing things from the internet. Back in 2010, there existed a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan forum called the Bloody Board. It seemed to have been thriving for quite a few years, with posts dating way back to 2004.
No comment.
Jamie Marsters, a play on the name James Marsters, an actor on the show, ran this forum that contained over 40,000 posts. Everything seems fine here, right?
Email 27.
Well, the scope of things takes a pretty big 180 when you realize that the forum had only one active member, Jamie Marsters herself. Each of these conversations were simply her talking to herself, and the topics ranged anywhere from fan meetups to the show's schedule. The peculiar thing about this is the math that comes with it.
What?
To keep up with the number of topics that were found on the forum, Jamie would have to have posted once every 84 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 6 years. Alone. No matter her motive, it's just a little strange. Theories have been
We love him the way he is undead.
thrown up that Jamie is a crazy superfan, and others believe that this entire thing was run by a bot. This actually leads to my next point. Unfortunately, in October of 2010, an article called The 7 Most Unintentionally Creepy Places on the Internet was posted by the website Cracked, and as you might have guessed, this board was on that list. What ensued afterwards was an endless barrage of people storming the board, posting vulgarities, pornography, and other unrelated,
The threat is now furry. God damn it. They ruined something. They ruined another thing.
undesirable content. It's estimated that a total of 36,753 people flooded the place in the short span of 24 hours. After logging in and being surprised with the endless barrage of posts, Jamie ended up shutting down the board, casting it into internet oblivion. It turns out that Jamie had used this forum as a sort of news hub for the show, so she could keep up with articles about meetups and conventions.
Cool.
The thing is, how big of a fan do you really have to be to make 40,000 posts to yourself?
Hey, listen. I don't know how long Buffy the Vampire Slayer goes. I mean, I'm a Supernatural fan. And if I was doing this thing on Supernatural, it'd probably be longer. She has like 20 million seasons nowadays, with 20 episodes each season. Okay? If Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the same, I can kind of understand it. A little bit. This is not that creepy to me. It's just weird. It's not creepy. What the hell? Why was this even on the list? I don't understand, Nexpo.
In July of last year, a Facebook post was made by a user named Kiana, who claimed to have had weird things happen to her for a while. She claims that about 3 years ago, I took this photo and realized that there was a face in the background. People said that it was my younger sibling or someone else at home, and it wasn't. Even if it was, I was using front-facing flash, and dark-skinned people like me and my brother don't show up in the dark when using front-facing flash. Anyway, people thought it was a lie, and it never was. Little things happen here and there, like my lights shutting off when I knew I had them on, or things moving right in front of my eyes. I try to ignore them, but tonight, I just so happened to be recording what I thought was a cute video of me petting my cat, and then you see my cat jump. The photo in question is this. If you're unable to...
Okay, that's a little creepy, brother. Listen. This is when you start patrolling your own home with a... You're American. Go buy a Glock from, like, the liquor store that works 24/7, right? Just buy a Glock from around the street.
Able to see what she's talking about in the circle.
Pop the
I've done some enhancing for you.
Don't enhance, brother. Don't enhance. I don't need that shit. It looks like some 90-year-old crazy woman.
Now, for the video.
Oh, there's a fucking video. The fuck? That cat is trash. This is why you have dogs. If I was a dog, I would eaten the ghost. Cat, trash. That's a weird home.
Whatever you make of this is up to you.
It's not an aircraft. Oh, is this aliens now?
In
Went from ghost to
1978,
aliens?
an Australian pilot named Fred Valentine was flying over the Bass Strait in Australia and ended up disappearing under mysterious circumstances. To give some quick background, Fred held a Class 4 instrument rating with over 150 hours of flight time. He was also known as a pretty big UFO enthusiast. He embarked on a nighttime training flight over a 125-mile span of the Bass Strait on October 21st, 1978. Midway through his flight, he contacted air traffic control about an aircraft that was accompanying him. He claimed that the craft was flying at about 1,000 feet above him and seemed to be taunting him. The disturbing part is, his last words from the transmission were, "It's not an aircraft." A recreation of the flight transcript has been made and is as follows.
This is Delta Sierra Juliet. Is there any known traffic below 5,000 feet? No known traffic. Seems to be a large aircraft below 5,000 feet. What type of aircraft is it? I cannot confirm. It's four bright, seems to me like landing lights. Can you describe the aircraft? As it's flying past, it's a long shape. Cannot identify it. It has such speed. It's before me right now, Melbourne. How large would the object be? Seems like it's stationary. What it's doing right now is orbiting. The thing is just orbiting on top of me. It's also got a green light and a sort of metallic, like, it's shiny on the outside. It's just vanished. That strange aircraft's hovering on top of me again. It's hovering and it's not an aircraft.
I think he says not an earthcraft, not an aircraft. Okay, it's a bad time to make jokes probably, but I mean...
Many theories have been made regarding what he was actually seeing. These theories range from an actual UFO sighting to the possibility of Fred becoming disoriented and flying upside down. The latter seems very possible given the fact that this occurred at nighttime. He could have very well been looking up at his own lights as they were reflected in the ocean.
Oh.
The one thing that unnerves me about this though is the fact that he made claims about it flying in front and behind him, and also that the lights he saw were green when his craft had no green lights at all. The entire incident is intriguing as all hell, and a solid explanation is yet to be given.
Right? So we don't know. By the way, what is this cartoon in the background? Looks weird as hell, brother. What the
In 2014, model and fashion designer Lauren Scott was found dead in her New York apartment. She died by hanging herself with an improvised satin noose. While this death is tragic, the incidents that followed were nothing short of chilling. Lauren was known for scheduling Facebook posts and tweets for her audience. After her confirmed death, her accounts were still sending out updates, and her PR team did little to stop it before any sort of backlash.
Really?
The strangest part about this story lies with her scheduled Facebook post. Hours after her body was discovered, this image was published to her page showing dresses hanging from a tree. It shocked many people and also led them to believe that this was another celebrity death hoax. However, it wasn't. This was very real, and strangely, the image that she had scheduled to upload was, given the circumstances, nothing short of unnerving.
I mean, that was not that creepy, it's just sad.
There exists a channel that goes by Human Being 15 that has only one upload to date. In this 9-minute video, you're met with what initially seems like a random, ordinary person rummaging through some old notebooks and storage. Things begin to take a strange turn when you realize what this channel is trying to convey. Let's see if you can spot what's off about this before we go any further.
That's a lot of notebooks. Oi. Mr. D.D.O. Chris Car. What? Okay. Mr. Fuck. It's like it's ruined. I can't tell what it is. Is this max quality? It's max quality. Oh, I have this hard work I have for you. Didi. Who's Didi? I don't understand. I don't catch anything. Maybe it's not a human, maybe it's an alien. I was expecting a jump scare.
As we just saw, at about 2 minutes into the video, the camera panned across a poster that says, "Mr. Diddy, all this hard work I have done for you."
I have done.
The same thing actually happens at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. We then are shown hundreds upon hundreds of other notebooks that this person's got stockpiled in one of his rooms, and at about 6 minutes and 20 seconds in, we're finally shown
Feet.
piled in one of his
We see
rooms,
the feet.
and at about 6 minutes and 20 seconds in,
Yeah, those are weird feet.
then we're finally shown what's in one of the books. It's the phrases, "Please Mr. P. Diddy, please respond," and "Brother Diddy, please accept," over and over and over. Human Being 15 then goes forth to show us more of his stockpiled notebooks before the video ends. Allegedly, this video is a re-upload from their previous channel, namely titled Human Being 151. The creator would go by the name Insomniac and had over 1,000 videos showing this sort of behavior. His video titles ranged from things such as "Diddy Dear Diddy Please Read This" to "Diddy TV Official." There were even some that had song lyrics in the title, presumably to somehow gain his attention. According to the site Cracked, which we mentioned earlier, whom at the time had access to his endless library of videos, the content on Human Being 151's channel started with insanity from the very first video and went downhill from there. While the original channel has long been deleted, at least we have this re-upload which tells us all that we really need to know about the kind of guy Human Being was. Obviously, this guy has an indivisible obsession with the hip-hop artist P. Diddy. Why him out of all people?
Yeah, couldn't you pick like someone that's actually good?
I
What
really
the
couldn't
fuck?
tell you, but this guy clearly wanted to be noticed and went to extreme lengths to get his attention
God
in
damn.
the most disturbing manner possible.
It's not that disturbing, it's just weird. Not disturbing. Am I the only one that's not finding this
And
disturbing?
there you have it. We just dove into 5 more disturbing things from around the internet.
Really? Like, did y'all find this disturbing? I found it weird. Like, some of them. There was a couple of disturbing ones. Like, the ghost grandma thing and the plane is kind of sad. Yeah, the rest of them weren't that disturbing. Anyway, thank you to the patrons. Pedro Martinez, Camas Corina, Rob Barry, Swast, Eric Field, Chicken Titrice, Senior Hilter, Lemon Moon, Ike Madash, Ryan, Connor, James Brizone. So, let me know what y'all think. You find this creepy, disturbing anyway? I can't really say. So, yeah. See you guys. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming some Tarkov later on today on Twitch and YouTube, so everything's gonna be in the comments, you know how it is. Yeah, have a nice day everybody. Bye bye.